Hello, welcome back to the last episode in Alpha 1.0.4, and today I'm going to finish this tomb if it's the last thing I do. And how am I going to do that? Well, we need to start by mining this block. And that looks a lot better, though we did dig into a cave apparently. I can fix that though. Nice. Okay. I need to fix all this cobble and change it into stone, as well as dirt. We also have some iron ore over here that I should mine. But first, we should change out all of these torches. Well, I need to light it up first. I want to change out all of these torches on the wall to redstone torches. Well, maybe not all of them. Maybe we'll just put redstone torches like here, or let's do here. I think this is the height that they are in the other place. And here as well. Do I want to do them here? Yeah, we can do them here. I want a regular torch here. 1, 2, 3, there. Okay. So this should look pretty much like this. Yeah. It's 2 above the ground. 2 above the ground. Oh wait, these are too high. Okay, good. Now, I need to actually wire these torches up to a clock, to this clock. So if I flip this lever, these should start twinkling just like these are. And you know what, while I'm at it, I'm going to put torches here as well. Oh wait, not here. Let's put them 1 block in. So, like, here, I guess. So I'm going to put torches here, where we sacrifice the diamonds, and then here, where we sacrifice the bread. And these are also going to twinkle. So this is going to be a lot of wires around, but that's alright. Alright. Oh, hey. Okay. Moment of truth. Those turn on. Yeah, hey, blink. Blink. Okay. Hey, those are blinking. These are blinking? Are you blinking? Yep. Sweet. Yeah, they're all working. How did I do that? Well, I just making my way down here. As you can see, here's the clock. I built another one of these binary decoders, is what I'm going to call it. Like just a sequence of AND gates running to each of the lights. And I had to run these 4 clocks into this decoder here. And so where are those lines coming from? Well, they're coming from these 4 lines down here. And those are coming from over here. And these are being wired down from the original binary decoder over here. So that's where these things are coming from. This was the most convenient place I could find to wire them down. So this is where they ended up coming from. For the other 4 torches that were over there, all I did was I decided to be lazy, mostly because I was down to 10 torches and like 7 pieces of redstone, to just run this torch over here into the 11 repeater clock, this one into the 13 repeater clock, and then for the other 2, I'm just doing the 7 tick on this one, the 7 repeater into this one, and then I'm ANDing together the 13 and the 7 for this torch, because those were the closest together. I didn't want to try too hard trying to run torches in, but I'm happy it's done, because this was a real big pain. And one thing that was making it a pain the whole time was because I kept breaking cobblestone that had wiring on it, and I had to keep fixing it. There's cobblestone everywhere now because I had to replace so much stone with cobblestone and the gravel. So I'm going to replace all of the cobblestone, stone, dirt, gravel, whatever, with smooth stone, and that's going to take a minute. Oh, and also, before I do that, you might have noticed I put some signs around, just kind of telling future me what all this redstone does, because I'm definitely going to forget. This one just says that this line turns the clocks off. This one says that it sends out a 4 7-tick pulse to the clocks, which is exactly what it does. And then I put 4 signs up here, just saying this is a 7 repeater clock, 13, 11, 9 repeater clocks. I put a sign here saying that this was the binary decoder. Yep. And then I put a sign here because I'm definitely going to forget what this is. This is just wiring to the other binary decoder. So I need to label this as well, but I'll do that later. It took about 12 sacks of stone, but it's done, I think. Maybe? Yeah, I missed a piece there, I guess. Well, that's going to get changed anyway, so it's fine. I made this room symmetric, so I dug this out a little bit. I completely fixed this room. I got rid of all the stuff in the walls and the floor and all that. And I also fixed this area. This area was a mess. And then I also changed all this to stone, obviously, in here. Man, that was a lot of stone. But we need to figure out what's actually going to turn these lights on, because it's not going to be this lever. I mean, I disconnected this lever. So to turn the lights on when we're coming in, I'm going to put a button over there. But when I want to turn the twinkling off, what I'm going to do is once you make the sacrifice of the bread and the diamonds, it's both going to open up a door down there, and it's also going to turn all the lights off. And so I need to set up that redstone, and I think the best way to do that is to first set up the sacrifice redstone. So, there. Nice. So, what did I do? I dug it out. I replaced all the cobblestone and dirt and stuff with stone. And I also built a little sacrifice pits, I guess. I don't know. So what we're going to do is we're going to put water in each of these things. And then at the end of these tunnels, there's a little pressure plate. So if I throw a block in there, it will go down it to the end, and it will hit a pressure plate. It'll turn this wire on. And I can pick it up through the corner here, which is good, because I get to save my block that I'm testing it on. But before I place all this water, I'd like to finish everything so I'm not digging around and then spilling water all over my redstone, which I think is smart. So I'm going to set up just like an infinite water source over here. That way I don't have to think about it. Alright, so basically all we're going to do is we're going to wire each of these plates up, then wire them into an AND gate, and then I'll do the same thing over here at where we sacrifice the diamonds, which we're sacrificing 6 pieces of bread. I think we're going to sacrifice 3 diamonds, or not 6. I can count. We're sacrificing 5 pieces of bread, and we're going to sacrifice 3 diamonds over here. Great. There we go. So I went in and put the pressure plates in. All I have to do is wire these up. I just realized I screwed it up. I fixed it though. Alright. Also, I'm out of redstone, so... Alright, it is finished. And what do I mean? Well, if I throw an item, ore-wise these have to be diamonds over here, and I also need to throw them into these water streams as well. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and all these lights should turn off. Yeah, there we go. And how did I do that? Well, maybe I'll come back here. So, all I did was I did one big AND gate. So I negated all the inputs, and then I negated the output. This is an OR gate, like it always is. And then I ran this down a tunnel, going into a AND gate down here. And what is this ANDing between? Well, it's ANDing between that and also the diamonds up here. The staircase leaves some room to be desired, but here's the diamonds one. And then I don't think you can get to it very easily from over here, which is probably an issue I should fix. There we go. Anyways, this line from the AND gate runs over here, and it goes to around either side of this toggling the clock area. This side runs around to where we send out the pulse, and the other side goes to the other side of where we send off the pulse. And all this does is it turns both of these torches off, so that these torches are all on. And that turns all the lights off. So, this is getting pretty janky now, but that's alright. This pathway over here is turned into a little bit of like a redstone observatory area. But we only have one more thing I need to do. I just need to run a button from the entrance down here to turn the lights on. So, let me do that. I done did it. Do you see that the lights aren't blinking right now? Well, if you come all the way back up to the entrance, which is, it's a bit of a walk, takes a minute, you'll see a little button there. You can barely make out the button right on that cobblestone. That's where I'm going to keep it. If I press this button, it's going to send a signal down this wire here. And if I go back down there and look at the lights, they're going to end up being blinking. And how did I do that? Well, that's a lot of work. So let's first check to see if they're blinking or not. Yep, they are. You see all the blinking? That's them working. How did I do that? Well, it was more tricky than you thought, or than you think. So I always mine through the cobblestone here because it's easy to replace. It should be somewhere back here. It's a little bit of mining. Sorry about that. Yep, there we go. Okay. I'll fix this later. But this signal from the button travels down this wire, a very long wire. And I didn't bother doing repeaters. I just inverted the signal every time we went down because I thought that was easier. And then I think this is a trick to go vertical redstone in these versions, because we're not going to have access to the slab trick for a while. And the slab trick can't go down anyways, but this is pretty convenient. But I just torch tower that signal down, and then it runs into a T flip-flop. This is a design I found on YouTube. It's a video from 2015, or sorry, not 2015. It was a video that's 15 years old. It might make some of you depressed that you can have Minecraft videos that are 15 years old, but that's alright. It was from like 2011, I guess, or no, it would be 2010. So it came out about around the time that we were playing right now. Anyways, this T flip-flop design works, so maybe I'll disconnect this. Yeah, we can leave it on. So the way this works is that basically we have a 3-tick clock. Actually, I am going to disconnect it because I'm going to let the clock run. So we have 2 3-tick clocks, one right here and one right here. And so if I depower this, you'll see that it's going around. And there's 2 different 3-tick clocks, and then they're being NORed together. So they're being inverted here, and that's flipping this off and on. And it's interesting. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it works. I was trying to design one myself, and I couldn't figure it out, so I just stole a design on YouTube. But I'll put a link to the video in the description. And so that's how this works. Oh, and this other part is just one of those 3-tick pulse extenders. Anyways, so that's how this stuff works. But what is this over here? Well, this is coming from the wiring that wires up to, where does this wire up to? It goes here, and then if I travel down, this is the wire that comes from the pressure plates. And why does this exist? Well, once the items despawn on the pressure plate, I want it to turn the clocks off. And so that's all this is doing. And so yeah, that took quite a lot more redstone than I was expecting, and this place is even more of a mess now. But it works, so can't complain without results. I should put it there. Yeah. Alright. But with all that being said, I'm pretty much done with doing all the redstone stuff. So let's move on to doing, I don't know, Let's do some building. I'm not actually sure if you saw this ever, but I put lava here. And I liked what the lava looks like. For the diamonds, I have lava on all 3 sides. But I didn't do that over there because it would have gotten in the way of the water that flowed on either end here. But I like how it looks. Alright. The hallway's done. I think. Did I miss anything? No. Yeah, so it's done. I put in the last word. This word is just 3 letters, or 3 runes, sorry. And it just says Thor, or however you pronounce Thor in Old Norse. I think it's slightly different than how we do. But essentially, this whole saying is now in the floor of these hallways, and it's read as sakum, mukmini, Thor, and it says, like, that means in English, I say the folktale to the young men, Thor. So I guess this word that was in the long hallway is means to the young men. Interesting. But this room in the middle here still looks really plain, and we also have to dig out this room over here. I am going to put an iron door where this little hole is, and this iron door is going to be opened by the pressure plate wire that we're anding all of those pressure plates together. So it's right there. I'll just run it down. That's going to be a really easy piece of redstone to do. It will take a little bit of redstone, but I think I have enough. But then we have to dig out this room, which is going to be another one of those half circles. And I have a lot more ideas of how to decorate that. But how am I going to decorate this? Because I still need to... Well, I still need to do that. Well, let me try one thing. Does that look good? Looks like it's supporting the dome a little bit. Yeah, I like it. So I just need to copy that out on all 4 sides. But what else can I do to make this look better? I wonder if I can utilize stone slabs anywhere. Do we like that? I got some stone slabs here for diversity, but then I just textured the wall just like I've been texturing the floor. I think that looks good, and we need the light. Yeah, I'll just do that on all 4 sides. Alright, that's what it looks like, and that's great. Also, I moved the redstone torches up by 1 block, which I also edited the redstone behind, so I moved redstone up 1 block as well. Sweet. And the lava's all in. It's still super dark in this room if I remove all the torches though, like in the middle at least. Like mobs would definitely spawn in here, which I'm scared of because my clock is right below this. But yeah, look how pitch black it is in the middle. So I think I want a little bit of lava in the middle just to light this room up a little bit more. And my idea is to have a little glass platform in the center that's raised up, and that's in lore where I respawn once I sacrifice myself in the pit over there in the room we haven't dug out yet. So let me go get some glass. Alright, so my plan is to put like 5 buckets of lava in the center of the room. This is the center. Yeah, this is the center. Yeah, so I'm going to put 5 buckets of lava here, and I want to surround this with slabs or something. I had to move the chest over here out of the way. So let me get some more slabs. Maybe this will be enough. Actually, let me try to mimic circle I have up there, which you guys can barely see. Actually, I can't see at all, and you guys definitely can't see it. What's the circle that I have up here? Let me leave it like that. That way I can work with it. So it's just 3 on each side. Okay. So I definitely need more slabs than this. Oops. Let me just spam click a little bit, because that helps everybody's ears. Okay. I haven't watched the videos that correspond to the YouTube releases of today, which I believe is July 12th, maybe. And the reason for that is because, I don't know, it's just not something that I had on my radar. I've been watching a lot of Minecraft YouTube, but it's been mostly rewatching Ether and BOO stuff, because it's Christmas. It's like a Christmas present to myself. Hopefully none of this water. Oh man, what's wrong with this? There we go. Nice. And now I need to place this glass, which I only have 6 of, so I can't misplace it. Okay. Do I want more slabs? That way it just like kind of walks up in the middle. Because I want to be like standing on this. So maybe I do more slabs. This looks kind of derpy. Maybe I sunk the lava into the floor by 1, which means I need to go get more glass. That's okay. Sometimes when I right click on flowing lava, like right here, sometimes it will just like eat my lava and it won't actually place a source block there. I don't really understand it. What does this look like? It's way better than what it was. I do like it. And I also matched the circle, the outer circle as well, to this half slabs. That way it kind of all matched. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let me get rid of that torch. And let me get rid of all these torches and see how dark it is now. Hopefully it's not too dark. I don't really want torches in here. I mean, I do want it to be a little bit dark, because it's supposed to be spooky. Nice, nice. This room is looking really good now. I like it. Okay, and then once we sacrifice ourselves in the room we haven't built yet, we're gonna respawn here, basically. And then we're gonna respawn facing this chest, and so you're gonna walk over to this chest, and the eyes are gonna be on over here. You're gonna see them staring at you while you get your items out of your chest. Man, I'm really happy with this room. This room turned out better than I was expecting. All right, time to do this room. Oh, I also brought a door, but I can craft a lever. There. Let me actually do that, because I need to get in there. It's always the opposite of what I think. Okay, so I need to dig out this room. So, look at that. Man. So, the plan is to put lava in these towers. So we're going to have 6 things of lava. And the room narrows and goes up as we go towards the pit. And then here's the pit. It's about 25 blocks down once I dig it out. So that's scary. I need to line it with obsidian, so that's a lot of obsidian. That's also scary. But the roof was such a pain. Like, because we have like a dome over here, and then it kind of goes into this roof part that's like going up and increasing, and it has to end somehow. So it took me forever to figure out how to actually do this roof. But I really like the shape of it, though I feel like more of it is cobblestone and dirt than it is stone. So yeah. But the shape of this room is basically the shape of that room, for this half at least. But let me fix stuff. Alright. I am so happy with this. So basically, all I did was I copied the design that we had in the big circular room over there, over here. Except I adapted it. My inventory is full. You'll see why in a second, so I can't pick up the spool. I put a cobblestone rim here, and I changed out where we're going to put this lava to where it had the stone slabs on either side because it looked nice. It blended in with what's going on the floor here and the slabs here. I also put a mossy cobble because I wanted to put something that wasn't a slab there. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. So one issue though with this room is that it currently looks like really empty, and I think this is going to be still quite dark once we put all this lava in. And so what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to put a couple statues here. I went into a creative world in the modern version, which, by the way, future me, when I'm watching this video in 4 years, the modern version currently is, I believe it's 1.21.11 or something, or 12. It's Mounts of Mayhem. I'm really excited to actually check that update out. We have 2 more buckets I need to do. Here and here. Okay. Yeah, the spheres actually look pretty cool, and as is the Nautilus. I've kind of tried to avoid seeing too much about it, though. Oh man, yeah, that's good. I wonder what happens if I take out all the torches. Yeah, it's oh, it gave noise. Hi. Yeah, it's a good light level over there at least. Over here in the center, like maybe right here, it's gonna be a bit dark, but that's fine. And I don't wanna get rid of all the torches just yet because I am scared about mobs spawning. So let's just put a couple more torches here. 1, 2, 3. I did have a creeper blow up in here, but luckily there's no redstone underneath the floor, so I'm not super worried about having to repair that type of stuff. But just in case. Okay, so I want to try to build these statues, and so my general idea is to make their legs. Where do I want to put it? So it's 3 blocks wide on the legs. So let me put it here. So their legs are going to be out of mossy cobblestone. And then they're going to have feet, little feet. And then I need to put their torso. Their torso is going to be made out of 2 parts. So we're going to have the middle here be stone. And then the sides be these side furnace textures that we were utilizing earlier in the skeleton farm, or the arrow factory, whatever you want to call it. And then I don't want to misplace any of this obsidian because that'd be a pain to mine because I don't have any diamonds over here in this area. But I'm gonna put an obsidian for its hand here, and then we're gonna do some slabs for its forearm, and then its shoulder is gonna be a stair. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. So I want to put a stair and its shoulder. So let me put, let's see, let's do a block there. Oops, I'll fix that. So let's put the shoulder. That's good. And actually, I probably wanted to put, no, it's fine. Sorry, I was worried that I couldn't place the stone slabs because I was going to put stone slabs here, but actually I'll have the arm extend. So let me put his forearm here this time. And then we'll place obsidian here. Don't want to misplace that. And now he's going to be holding some sort of weapon, maybe like a hammer. So I got stuff for a handle. Ah man, my inventory is awful. It's awful. So I'm going to do a handle out of oak planks because we don't have fences yet. But I'll replace these with fences once we have fences, which isn't going to be too long. And then I want an iron block here for the handle, or sorry, for the hammer itself. So I haven't actually crafted an iron block in this game yet. Ooh, that's a weird texture. It's different than what it is in the modern versions, but that's alright. I'm gonna put iron block here, and then smooth stone on either side, and then buttons on the end, and that's going to be his hammer, which looks a little strange, but I like it. And then he's going to have his little face as well, here, because that's usually where a head goes, and he's going to have a face as a button. And then let me give him shoulder pads, because currently he looks not too armored, and he should be armored because he's here to fight. What's this block? This block gave me. Oh, it's the hammer. Okay. So I need the pillar. What happened to my dirt? Did I throw it over here? Yeah. Okay. So let me give him some shoulder pads and then a helmet. And I think this is a good look. Let me leave all the scaffolding. And see. Yeah, look at that. This guy looks so cool. It's blocking all of our lava, but that's fine. I like this dude. And now I need to put another one right over there. These dudes are very noisy and colorful, and I love them. They're better than I could have hoped for. That's my cat meowing in the background. I don't have a clue what her deal is. She's been hyper all day today. Man, yeah. This is good. This is good. And I think this is basically done. I mean, I could put 2 more there, but I'm out of iron. Do I have iron? I don't think I have iron. Yeah, I'm 4 iron short of doing 2 more. Maybe I'll build 2 more between videos, but I don't know even if I want to, because I don't want to block this lava as well. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it as just the 2. Maybe I'll add 2 more off camera if I feel like it. But let's just check out to see what this whole place ended up being like, because we're basically done, right? I'm actually kind of scared, because this place is like a dungeon, except I'm the one that has to repair it if it blows up. So let's go. Is there going to be mobs in here? I don't see anybody yet. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh. Torches? I forgot to pick up? Okay. What's the passcode? That's the passcode. I made it up. No one? Okay. Good. See all the blinking lights? This took hours. Okay. I'm lighting it up so stuff doesn't spawn behind me because I'm still working on this place. I need to add obsidian for that, but those eyes are good. I really like the eyes. I'm thinking of only turning the eyes on once the pressure plate's down, so that's just another line of redstone. Which should be pretty easy to fix. I need to light this up. I don't think mobs can spawn in here. And then... Oh, man, there's a lot of enemies in here. Oh. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my arrows on a zombie. So I can kill him. I'm scared of a zombie. Can I kill a spider? Oh. Yeah, I can kill a spider. I'm capable. Don't blow up the statues. I should light this up so stuff doesn't spawn behind me. Okay. And we just need to kill this last creeper. There we go. Don't risk blowing things up. Phew. And then I jump into the pit. Man, this is such a cool room. I forgot to actually do the sacrifice, so the lights should still be blinking. But if I do the sacrifice, all the lights turn off. So let me actually try that. Lights are already not blinking as much because the clock just stops working after a while, but they are blinking. The joys of being inconsistent. Oops. Okay. And this part, it kind of goes back to front. There it goes. And then these turn off afterwards. There we go. And sweet. Wow. That was a lot of work. I still need to mine like 5 stacks of obsidian to finish this, which is something I'll do off camera because that sounds awful. But man, I'm proud of this place. This place is cool. We're actually gonna use this place though to get some snow next episode. So, sure. This is very painful and very slow. Spawn. Hello. Alright, well, that was fun. We finished the Tomb Trilogy. Let's call it that. The Tomb Trilogy. Some alliteration there. But that's going to do it today. That's also going to do it for 1.0.4. It was fun. I only messed with 1.0.4 for like one of the videos, but the actual content of the Winter Worlds. But now we have all the tools at our disposal to be able to build our snow area next episode. Which to do that, we're going to have to go back to the Winter World and make a snow farm, which is exciting. So, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'm Batman, and I'll see you guys on the next quest.